All right, we're gonna wrap up the installation of the Revolution Design steering components, the aluminum steering components in the X-Ray XB2 2025 Carpet Edition. You can see here I have already the aluminum steering horn, which has worked out pretty well. And we're gonna throw this in here. Oh, when I put this on the scale, the complete set here, it was 19 grams, which is 7 grams more than the composite set. So a little bit heavier, and I'm not opposed to having a little bit of weight up front on this. The last race that I was in, it was probably something I could have resolved with adjusting tires, but I was missing just a little bit of steering up front. I was pushing just a little bit. All right, so we snap those on, and we're gonna, I didn't clean all of the thread lock off of these old stubby screws, and I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna throw just a little tiny bit, just a thread lock on these. Not, there we go, just a little bit. I don't want too much. Just enough to make sure they don't loosen up. And I've had good luck with these particular screws with just a tiny little bit of thread lock on there staying tight. I had one kit one time, I think it was one of my associated ones, where the bell crank screws kept loosening up, and it was such a pain. Eventually, I think after going to aluminum, it kind of solved the problem. That looks like it's binding just a little bit. I'll back that off just a tad. Sometimes I get a little excited. There we go, that looks better. Good. And we're gonna throw just a little bit of thread lock on this screw right here. Good. Get that spacer on there. Maybe just a little bit more. So we've got everything except the turnbuckles, and we'll do those next. I'll put the shim on there first, and then get a little bit of thread lock on those. I do appreciate the ease of maintenance on the X-Ray kits. They are super easy to work on, especially this newest edition with the one-piece chassis. The old one was a little bit weird with that two-piece chassis up front, but I find the current chassis really easy to work on. There. So that's everything as far as the steering components go. I'll just throw that front brace and shock tower back on top. This thing will be ready to go. This is a great time if you're going to upgrade the camber link mount in the front to go ahead and adjust that. I do have the X-Ray mount for that, so I'll do a separate video for that, but I'm gonna be taking care of that. Just again, for durability's sake, I always do the aluminum mounts in the front, but just for the sake of showing folks what we're doing with this, we will put that brace right back on there. And when you took those 4 screws off, the shorter ones go in the front and the longer ones go in the back. I'm going to turn the torque down on my driver before I put those in. Usually I just snug those down and then do the rest by hand, so I'm not risking anything with the plastic. And anytime I am installing screws, I try to use a crisscross pattern, so one in the back, one in the front, so that we're torquing things down in a pattern where nothing gets bound up. And of course, good quality drivers make a difference. I've got several sets, including some junky stuff, but anytime I'm working on my race kits, I always use the MIP drivers. I love these black handle ones. Everybody has the traditional orange handled ones. It's fun to have the black ones. The only one I don't have the 1.5. I have this orange handle. If anybody knows how to get a 1.5 in the black handle, then let me know, because I'd love to have a complete set rather. And I also just ordered, it hasn't come in the mail yet, the kits that have the shocks that mount on the rear of the front shock tower is really good for lots of reasons, but you can't fit a regular driver in there. It's fun to use these T-handle, old Tamiya style wrenches, but they're also a little bit cumbersome. So anyway, I did just order one of those thumb drivers. So anyway, we'll see how that goes, because these don't have to get really tight. All right, there you go. Super simple. If you weren't bothering to make a video, you could probably install that steering component in 10 minutes or less. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe if you like watching the videos. Leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or experience, or if you know where to find one of those black 1.5 black handle 1.5 drivers from MIP.